You know, it's funny. For most of my career, I could tell you exactly how to design an app. But since the AI boom of the last few years, I feel like a lot of the rules have changed and I'm confused. So I wanted to make a video about the things that I've learned and the things that I'm still figuring out so that we can hopefully have a discussion about it. We've been designing interfaces for ages, and to be honest, until the AI boom, all apps started to looking the same. There are some examples of companies that do that differently, like Not Boring, which I love, but most apps started to look the same. But then when ChatGPT 3 launched, I think a lot of companies were starting to ask themselves a hard question. We want to bring AI into our product, but we don't really know how and where to find a place for it. And since then, we've seen 3 phases on how to bring AI into your product. Phase number 1, the independent LLM. Right after ChatGPT came out, everything was LLM based. So if you wanted to go and do something with AI, you had to go to the LLM. Let's say you wanted to code or program with AI, you would go into ChatGPT and ask it to program for you. ChatGPT played into this by launching an app store in which people could do different apps from that LLM. So the whole universe was very LLM centric. With Veed, we've built a VGPT app, which did pretty well. And I think there will be a place for this LLM centric approach in the future. But increasingly, I'm seeing AI added to other software so that you don't really need to go to the LLM again. That brings me to phase number 2. I call this embedded AI. This is where the AI is closer to the action. A great example here is Cursor. With Cursor, you can program, but you have an LLM next to it that can do a lot of the heavy lifting and the work for you and can interact with the code that you're writing. This results in a 10x smoother and better experience. So it's no wonder that Cursor is growing like crazy. And within Veed, we've been really inspired by this as well. So we've recently added our AI agent, in which you can have an AI do a lot of the editing for you just by talking to the AI. This works super well, but there's one problem. There's still a lot of actions that you as a human need to do. And a lot of the whole AI promise is that we have to do way less. So what could that look like? That brings me to phase number 3, which I call independent AI. You basically let the AI do all of the tasks for you without you having to hover over it, which completely changes the way you need to design for it. There aren't many successful independent AI or agentic AI applications yet, but I think the way we should design for this is make sure that you can interact with the AI in the same places that you interact with other humans. So that could be in Slack, in email, in project management software, in calendars. I think these are gonna be the places where we're gonna be interacting with those independent AI agents. One great example I've seen so far is Linear. They've built an AI agent that you can kind of interact with directly from their project management software. And it can then execute some of the tasks for you without you having to hover over it, which is so cool and exciting. But I think we're still at the very beginning of phase number 3, and I'm super curious to see how these independent AI agents will interact with us and how that will be reflected in the designs of software of the future. So these 3 separate phases of design is something that I've learned, but I'm super curious to hear if you have learned other things or if you have other ideas or feedback on this idea, because I think the only way we'll sort out how to design for AI is to have a discussion about it. I don't think AI is gonna sort this one for us, so let me know what you think. Cheers.